This is Jack with Luxury Cruise Tips. As you can see, I'm on the AmaCello. We are doing a new itinerary that they have, which is Burgundy, Flavors of Burgundy, which is Dijon to Lyon. So today is our first day of touring. Last night we boarded, spent the night with a nice dinner. So for the next week, I'll be able to show you some of the tours that they have, what we're going to do, some highlights of the ship. I'll also be doing a cabin tour. So stay tuned and we'll see what we're going to do today and what tours are offered on our first day, part of the cruise. So we are in Dijon at the Chateau AmaCello. Taking a tour here, going to do some food tasting, some wine. Again, in Dijon today we had a couple options. We had the Chateau as an option and a city tour of Dijon. So we chose to do the Chateau. And here we have some specialty foods of the Burgundy area. I guess we're going to get to taste them. And after dinner tonight, they had some live music on the ship, and as you can see, a string orchestra for our first evening of entertainment. Well, it's day 3 of the cruise, and look at all the stuff we have to do today. As you can see, it's an action-packed day. There's 3 different excursions in the morning. Then we have lunch, and then another excursion this afternoon. So we have to pick which one we're going to go on. So let's figure that out. We're going to have some breakfast, hit the excursion, and be back with you while we're on the road. And the tour we chose today is how to make barrels. So we're going to learn how you make barrels, and I understand we're going to make our own barrels today.
This one is 228 liters, 300 bottles. This is the most built in France. And all the sanding and all the salt of wine in the world is made in this barrel. 228 liters. When the States of France says for exportation from the wines, we need one size. I have a circle, a small one, and I have a large one. I start with the small one. When you do your now, if you help me, the people think I can't do it alone. Take care on this part. Attention, musician. When you do your building, try to keep a small one for the last one.
And we're trying to build barrels ourselves, and it's not as easy as it looks.
I would like to make all the barrels for you.
Oh, go ahead.
Perhaps you can do it, no?
Apparently he can.
We were close before.
Make the wood in that position because we have to put the fire inside. And the only way to put the fire inside is this way. This is not a joke. We continue to use this system. And we put all the rest we cut before inside. If we use petrol or gas, you get bad taste in the wood, so in the wine.
Time for lunch, and we're in France. So what do you do before lunch? Have cheese. When you walk in the dining room every day, there's a beautiful cheese tray and some amazing French baguettes. It's lunchtime. Look at all the great options.
Let's do baked bread, and for your appetizer we are serving avocado spread, and this is the escargot snail, a buffalo chicken wing, and trout fillet or trout mousse.
As we harvest 12 hectares on Côte de Nuit and Côte de Beaune, and what is typical of Burgundy, it's small plots at different areas. So in general, on a big plot, you will have different winemakers, 5, 10, 50, depending on the size of the plot. And so sometimes we will have 5 rows, 50 rows, depending again of what you can buy, what we inherit. The rosé here, you can, so in Burgundy, when we try some wine, anywhere in the world, let's say, first we look at the color, usually. So here you can see it's a really colorful rosé. It's sometimes you get some really pale rosé, but here you get some nice color. And then the second thing we do is that we smell. First nose. You get all the aromatic, really like a greedy wine, lots of fresh fruit aromas. And then you turn, and then you re-smell. I'm not allowed to drink yet.
We are at the Chateau de Vergeau. My French is not great. Taking a tour, seeing what the wine cellar looks like here, and the beautiful surroundings. It's just beautiful to walk around the vineyards. You can see the vineyards going up the hill, all the way down the hill. And good morning from Chalon-sur-Saône. I've really messed that one up. So this is day 4 of the cruise. As you can see, we've got plenty of things to do today. There are 3 different tours this morning, including a biking tour and several walking tours. The nice thing with Ama on the walking tours, there's a gentle walking tour, an active walking tour, and a slow walking tour. So no matter what your speed or ability is, it's there for you. So we're going to go out and do that. Then we come back later today, have some lunch. Then there's a cooking demonstration, and then we're going to have some wine tasting. And we're on our walking tour of Chalon-sur-Saône. This morning there were 3 different levels of walking tour. We are on the active walking tour, which is really at a nice pace. But if you want a slower tour, there's that also. And there's the ship with another ship that came by us this morning and just parked with us. And part of the tour was walking around a church and a cloister in the center of town. Partially restored recently and partially restored in the old days. And one of my favorite things in France is walking around the markets. Fresh produce, pastry shops, cheeses, and people. Just buy a lot of stuff, eat it on the street, and enjoy yourself walking through the markets. Now, when you're in France, have some salad, some coq au vin, and of course, some pizza with arugula. Ama always has pizza on the menu, as well as burgers and cheeseburgers. And this is lunch on the AmaCello.
Looks like a Hershey kiss. There's a Hershey's kiss, a red.
I made you ruin it.
Yeah, you distracted me. There we go. Anybody else?
Well, here we are in another tour. It is the afternoon, so we're taking our second tour, which is wine tasting in the Burgundy region. And as always, these are included tours with Ama. Every tour we've taken so far has been included. I don't think on the whole cruise they've had a tour that's an extra cost. So let's see how much wine we're going to have, and then we'll come back here. We'll pick up the ship and we'll head south on the river to our next port. We're at the next chateau. Look at this vineyard. You can hear the bells from the church, but look at the chateau. And look at the wines. We're going to go inside and we will have some wine tasting and a tour of the chateau.
Welcome at home. I am the Comte Raoul de Ternay. I'm the owner of this castle. First of all, you have to know that this castle is a private property, which is in my family since the beginning. That means since the end of the 12th century. That represents 26 generations. The 27 is on the way because we have 3 boys. Today in this courtyard there are 3 buildings. The first, the second and the third. You have to know that this building didn't exist during Middle Age time. During Middle Age it was just 4 walls like this one on the other side. It was a defensive place. It was a castle for defense. When Middle Age finished at the end of the 15th century, castle became chateau, so more comfortable, and step by step they created more place That means they extended into the courtyard and they opened large window through medieval walls.
So you already know, all of you, the classification from the Burgundy wines. The pyramid with on the top the Grand Cru, First Cru, Village, and then region. Okay? You all know also that we have mainly Chardonnay and Pinot Noir. It is what you're going to taste today, and it is 100% Chardonnay. In Burgundy, we don't blend the grape varieties. It is 100% Chardonnay, 100% Pinot Noir. It's completely forbidden to blend the grapes. Something else also, the grape varieties. Something else that the Raoul cannot do, it is to blend the appellations. So if you have one appellation, for example, Ruby, you cannot blend the Chardonnay grape coming from Mercury, for example. Completely forbidden. Interesting, because you can see very well the wax they're going to use to fix the two branches together. That they planted it really this year. So if I let it like that, tomorrow there is nothing else. The rabbits are going to eat it. So that's the reason why we protect them with a plastic cylinder. So when you see the plastic cylinder, often it's because you have a baby vine.
Every night there's the cruise manager gives us a lecture, tells us what's happening tomorrow or tonight. So let's see what's going to happen tomorrow during our happy hour here on the AmaCello.
You are very punctual. Thank you very much for that. The captain took that opportunity and sailed immediately to try to get as early as possible to Macon, which will be our next port of call. The program says 1:30 a.m., but it looks like we're going to be there earlier. You know, he's going quite fast. That's also, of course, we go with the current, and you see that there's still some, you know, the ship is sailing quite fast at the moment.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you enjoy your French martini tonight. And to go forward with the evening, we will have our French dinner tonight. We will serve our Scendi dinner on board the AmaCello this evening. And to be mentioned in advance, that Scendi is a culinary organization. It's a French culinary organization. Now it's global, globally wise. It's a place where you cannot apply to go. It is a place where you go invited. And proudly, our owner and our culinary director, they are part of the Scendi source. And that's the reason that we can use our logo and to serve the special menu tonight.
We are having from Burgundy, it's called Clos de Loyer, the vineyard. It's a Chardonnay, it's going very well if you are having the fish tonight. And for the lamb, we are having from Côte-du-Rhône area. Legende Toc is called the wine. It's a very nice GSM, Grenache, Syrah, and Mourvedre. It's having also a very nice taste of red fruits. You will feel some strawberries and cherries inside.